Hi, all. This is Cindy Piper, Crypto Granny again, and I just kind of wanted to give everybody a rundown, kind of really on what took place in the book. So, for those who don't know, I really am. I'm just going to kind of put it all out there. So, as we all know, LunaOne, I hadn't gotten my coins. And I had contacted Mr. Pusney first, Mr. Pusney, Daniel Pusney, before he stepped down with his, quote, medical issues, and Corey Kozad took over. He had promised me that I would receive my cryptocurrency coins and my husband's cryptocurrency coins. So we had invested a few times. And first, my husband had bought, and then I had bought because this was before they really let people know the process of how, and I don't ever think they actually ever did. We ended up seeing like many people did, a Run Guys video on how to purchase and then put in a wallet. And so we ended up getting a MetaMask, but when it came out that it was a Binance coin, so I'm going to explain this again. When it came out that it was a Binance coin, I had told my husband to get a Binance wallet, get a Binance account, that since it was a Binance token. And Daniel Pusney said, "Oh, yes, absolutely, made sense. We're going to get it listed on Binance." And so he said that was the goal, was to get it listed on Binance. And of course, I didn't know anything really too much about cryptocurrency, so I didn't understand that there was a process to get it listed on Binance. I just thought, when they launch the coin, they'll put it on Binance and that those tokens will be made available because the company had said that they had it in there. I had other people who had told me, and I think I had verified that with Daniel and Corey, or Corey and Daniel. I don't know but that what was supposed to have happened was somebody was supposed to have sent a test coin to my husband's wallet, and that never supposedly took place. So I don't know what happened with the test coin, because it was actually the company's fault, from what we were told. It was the company's fault that they claimed that they sent my husband's tokens to the wallet that nobody has access to. And that's where they sent all the tokens. Well, so that wallet address was removed from his account. And then my address was added because I was doing the rest of the purchases, and the wallet was supposed to, so all the tokens were supposed to come to my wallet. And then they claimed, for some reason, at some point during all this debacle, that they sent more tokens to my husband's wallet. Well, the wallet address wasn't anywhere for anybody to have sent them to there. And there was no reason that they would have, because that first purchase was made back in, I don't know, I'm going to say, I would have to look it up, but it would have been March or April of 2022. And then we were purchasing in June, July, August, I think, timeline. I think we stopped purchasing in July. So the last wallet that they would have had right before they switched to the new token was my wallet. So any tokens that they should have airdropped would have been to my wallet. They contacted my husband and had claimed that they sent the airdrop to his wallet. And I was like, that's bullshit. Didn't happen. There's no wallet link for them anymore because you erased it. And we had already sent multiple emails. And there was correspondence back and forth as to why would they have done that. I said, there's no reason that they would have gone and looked up for an old wallet address. They would have used my wallet. So I knew that the company was lying for some reason. and they just hadn't given us the airdrop. I never called them out on it. I mean, I think I did at some point after, but I was trying to remain nice, remain civil, let them lie to me, let them con me, let them try to scam me, just because we were desperate to get our tokens any way that we could. So, so even though I was being like lied to from the company, I was just like, well, you know, we're kind of at their mercy. So you'll see that in the book. And so it wasn't until obviously much later, after I was doing Crypto Granny videos after launch, that finally Tamara had made sure that I finally got my tokens. And that was like, I forget even that timeline. I think it was like 19 days after launch. So it was like November 19th or something like that. I'm sure Tamara might have a better idea, but I think it's in the book. I tried to do everything really accurately. So, and then what happened was, Stephen, Mr. McCullough, so I'd received the death threats, and lots of them. At the same time, I was dealing with Phantom and her group that had been investigating Mr. McCullough, Stephen McCullough, for the 5 years, and known of multiple things that were going on with multiple companies and multiple cryptocurrencies that were all losing money, and all these things that were going on. And she was telling me what was taking place. And I wasn't active in their group. I was just getting information from them. And when Martin Kinsberry and Anne had contacted me and asked me to do an interview with Danny, like it explains in my book, I had been told that Danny was this reporter, and that apparently was wrong information. And he just had a YouTube channel, but that wasn't what I was told. So, that he was a reporter and that he was doing a story on it in LunaOne because they had filled him in. And so I went on to Danny's, and then how the video went and everything, and then he went public. And so when Mr. McCullough gave me my refund, I pulled down my videos and I was going silent because, for one, he had told me that LunaOne they were doing this metaverse thing, and that they already had a game or something that was made and developed, and he had told me I could go get on it and view it and see it and all this. And then for whatever reason, none of that happened. Like he had said he was going to send us glasses, new Oculus glasses, and all this. And I didn't contact him and where are they or anything like that. I didn't follow through with it. I just kind of trusted and believed that there was something to what he was saying, you know? And so on that part, I kind of dropped the ball. But I was just kind of watching this whole time. I was watching and learning. I was watching Phantom's group. I was watching his cryptocurrency groups. I was just watching and learning, and then being told, and I was being threatened this whole time, and people were speculating and making up things about me that weren't true. And so then I ended up getting involved with Natalie Zaher. And I ended up working with her and Mr. McCullough for 3 months, and a woman named Sharon. And Natalie Zaher was trying to build a case against Phantom's group. So Phantom, who had been watching Stephen McCullough, and I don't know what all they were doing exactly, but for 5 years. And so she was trying to bring them down. Well, what I had learned was that secretly, Natalie had been very active in Phantom's group. And so for 3 months, I worked with Natalie, and I watched her try to set Danny Dehek up and Phantom's group up for crimes that they didn't commit. It seemed like what she was trying to do was entrapment of some sort. And so I knew that she was making other accounts, and so was this Sharon, and Natalie told me she had other people working for her as well, and that they were trying to get snippets of conversations. And so that was one reason when I posted, I made sure that all my posts were very long and in detail on what I wanted to say, because she had already told me that she was looking for snippets so she could fake conversations to say something else. And I was like animate that wasn't going to happen to me. And then she ended up, when she turned on me, she told investors, they booted me out pretty quickly, and she told investors that I was blackmailing, and what was the other word? I don't know. She was trying to say I was blackmailing Stephen McCullough. It was all bullshit, lies. What had happened was Stephen had promised me that when they finished the lawsuit with Danny Dehek, I was going to get paid because my business had lost money. And it was as a result of me having to shut a lot of stuff down due to the threats that we had. I couldn't have people come to my home. And so Stephen had said that well, originally he said I was going to be on the lawsuit with him. And then that changed. And then Natalie, for whatever reason, what it seems to me is Natalie, after she was done using me, so they said that they had served Danny Dehek papers, and it was pretty quickly after they served Danny Dehek papers, supposedly, which ended up being a lie all by itself. They hadn't served Danny Dehek papers, and she lied about that repeatedly, and I didn't understand that at all. Like, there's so many questions you guys just don't even know, that just don't, it never made any sense to me. But so, and she's lied about being an attorney. Nobody can find her license, and Danny Dehek's attorneys have looked. So she's not a licensed attorney, but she was pretending to be the Apollo attorney and doing these lawsuits, and she was going to do a class action lawsuit against Danny Dehek, and she was actually asking investors to send her money to start a class action lawsuit, which was a scam that I knew of from my friend had experienced something of, and asked me to go to Natalie with that information, and it appeared very, very much so that Natalie was trying to run this scam on the investors. And privately, I had contacted Natalie about that and said, what are you doing? Because I knew that Danny didn't have $3.8 million, which is what Stephen was suing him for, and that these investors weren't going to get any money. So Natalie was trying to collect their money for no reason. Okay? And then she started lying about me repeatedly, and I started getting many threats again. And then she made up multiple fake accounts with pictures that they stole and started trying to claim that me and my husband were white supremacists or in a Klan. And I have all the proof of all this stuff and everything that they did. And I submitted it to an attorney who was definitely going to sue the crap out of these people. But it seemed like accounts got drained, money vanished, things were going, and like people have left. And Natalie erased a lot of stuff. And then, we were kind of just speculating on what to do next. But they all ghosted me, and the harassment suddenly stopped, and the threats stopped. So pretty much you're all caught up, and that's pretty much all that's happened. I hope that answers some questions, and if you have more, message me, email me. Take care.